we go to Windows Start, and then we go to Anaconda folder and open Jupyter Notebook. Once we click on Jupyter Notebook inside Anaconda folder, it will take us to home directory. Once you are inside home, we are ready to get started with Python coding. We need to create a new Jupyter Notebook file and then write our code inside it. There is an alternative way of opening Jupyter Notebook. Open Anaconda prompt. Within Anaconda prompt, we can type the command Jupyter space notebook. Once we type this command, it will do the same job of opening the Jupyter Notebook. It will take us to home. Now inside home, we can open a new Jupyter Notebook file. On the top right hand side, you will see an option for creating a new notebook file. This is known as Jupyter Notebook file. We can rename it just by clicking on the name of the file. Right now it is Untitled 3. We can change the name of the file and then create a new notebook file. Once this notebook file is created, we can start writing our Python commands inside this. This notebook file will take our commands and send it back to Python, do the execution, give us the results. When we click on the plus sign, a new cell will be added. That is known as code cell, where we can write the Python commands and we can execute them by clicking on the run button. We write a piece of code and click the run button, it will be executed and we will see the output. Apart from using run button, we can use control plus enter command for execution of the code, or we can also use shift plus enter command for execution of the code. Control plus enter will execute the current cell. Shift plus enter will execute the current cell and select the next cell. If you are working on Jupyter Notebook, open the Colab notebook file. You can change the notebook file name, and then you can add the code cells by hitting on code button. That will add the new cells. You can write the code and you can submit it to execution. On the left hand side, we see a button for submission. If we click that button, code will be submitted. Alternatively, we can write the code and submit it using control plus enter button, or the other shortcut shift plus enter. If we press control plus enter, current cell will be submitted. If we press shift plus enter, current cell will be submitted. After that, next cell will be selected automatically. These are some of the basics in the notebook. We will discuss the rest of the options in the upcoming sessions. We will be using Google Colab notebooks for our course. You can also use Jupyter Notebook. Google Colab notebook has other options as well on the left hand side. You can always keep table of contents on. By clicking on text, we can add the text cell. Text cell is nothing but a non-code cell where we can write the header or the usual text. You can work in your local Jupyter Notebook as well. If you are working on local Jupyter Notebook, if you want to add a non-code cell, which is a text cell, which is a header or something else, you can click on cell type. Instead of code, you have to select header or the markdown. That will give you the option to add the non-code, which is either usual text or the header. We are now ready to get started with coding. As we discussed, there are text cells and code cells. We can edit the text cells. If we put a hash, then it becomes a header. If we put 2 hashes, it becomes a subheading or level 2 heading. Now there is a difference between directly writing the command, whereas if we write a print function and our command, the print function will make sure that the output is printed in the output cell. Now if we execute this, we are expecting 2 lines of output. Since we haven't explicitly mentioned print in the first command, we will not see the output. If you want to see 2 lines of output, then you have to mention print in the first line as well as print in the second line. So from here on, to be on the safe side, if you want to print something in the output, always mention print wherever you want to print something. Now let us see how errors are printed. We'll try to make a mistake and check how the errors are printed. Let us add a new section, errors. Let us see some of the examples of the errors in Python code. Now when you are writing a Python code, there can be syntax related error or logic related error, or you are calling the function name wrongly. All these will contribute to error. Here we wrote 574 into p. P is never defined. That is why error is given as name p, not defined. In the next example, we are writing 576 plus a string, unsupported operand. Obviously, we cannot add a numeric to a string. In the third example, we are writing print p uppercase and trying to print something, but we are calling the function name wrongly. Obviously, this will throw an error. So you do it yourself and check whether you are getting the same error as I am getting here. We will now see how to add comments in the code. So let us add a new section, comments. Now how do you write a comment? Simply in the code cell you put a hash. If you add hash, that whole line will be commented. As you can see, the color also, the color will be in green when you are writing a comment.